Hi, I'm Jay, and now I'm going to answer the most common question we get about air cleaners. How do I know if my electronic air cleaner is working properly or not? Well, the easy button is to go ahead and slap the ductwork. We're going to take the return air ductwork and we're going to slap it like that. Now, what that will do is it will knock some dust loose that is hanging inside of the ductwork. It will get sucked into the air cleaner, and the air cleaner should make some snapping noises, just like you heard. Now, when it's making the snapping noises, the green light will be blinking at that time. That's perfectly normal. If you don't hear any snapping noises, well, then we're going to have to search further. Some models have a test button on the door. If you push the test button in, you should also hear some snapping sounds. If your model does not have a test button, that's okay. There's some other tests we can perform. Just because you hear snapping sounds does not necessarily mean that your air cleaner is working completely. If you have your furnace running, the air cleaner turned on, and the air cleaner light is not lit, you need to do some further testing. First thing we're going to do is turn the power off to the furnace and also the air cleaner. Now that the power is turned off, let's open up the air cleaner and take a look inside. Let's remove the door first. Now we'll remove both collector cells. You can go ahead and leave the pre-filters and post-filters, if you have them, inside the unit. Now I'll put the door on. Now that both cells are removed, we're going to see if the air cleaner works. So we're going to have the furnace blower running, and we're going to turn the air cleaner back on. You'll notice the light came on this time. So the light came on with no cells in it, but it was not lit when both cells were in it. So now we need to find out which of the two cells is the problem. So let's turn the air cleaner back off. Remove the door. And we're going to take one of the collector cells and put them inside. It's important that you place the air cleaner cell all the way to the rear of the cabinet so that it makes contact with the power supply box. Let's put the door back on and turn the switch on. Now, this cell is making a buzzing noise. The light is lit, but the cell is making a buzzing noise. So there's apparently a problem with this cell. We're going to shut it off and trade cells. And this time we're going to put the other cell in and see what happens. So we're going to take the suspect cell and put him on the side. And we're going to take the other cell and put him inside the air cleaner, all the way to the back. Put the door back on, and we're going to turn the power back on. Light's lit, and it's nice and quiet this time. Okay, so this air cleaner cell is working fine. It's the other cell that's the problem. So now we're going to take a look at this other cell to find out what's wrong with it. This is the cell that was shorted out. So we're going to take a really close look at it. We're going to look for broken or missing ionizing wires. Okay, there should be a little skinny wire between each of these spaces on the one side. The other side does not have any ionizing wires. Okay? We're going to look for obstructions or bent plates. Okay? These plates are all nice and parallel to each other. The spacing is nice and even. We don't see any plates that are bent. Sometimes the corners get bent here while washing them. We don't see any of that. Everything looks good there. We're going to turn it over, look on this side again. and we're going to look real close for foreign objects between the plates. On this particular one, if you look right here, you'll see there's a dead bug stuck between two of the plates. There he is. So there's a foreign object that's not supposed to be in there, so we're going to remove him. So we're going to carefully get out a really small screwdriver and just pop him out of there. Now that we've removed the dead bug, we're going to continue looking for any other possible obstructions, bent plates, or broken ionizing wires that might be flopping around in the wind. Everything else looks good on this one. That's all fine. One more test is to shake the cell. Every once in a while, we have had occasions where one of the plates has broken loose from its connection point. No noise. That's a good thing. Okay, now that we have the obstruction removed, everything else looks good. We're going to go ahead and put this back inside the air cleaner and do another test. Now that the obstruction has been removed from the other collector cell, we're going to put it back in and see what happens. Turn the air cleaner off, remove the door. Reinsert the cell. Put the door back on. Let's turn the air cleaner back on. Now the light's lit. Now it's working again. And the only problem was a dead bug stuck between two of the plates. Should you suspect or determine there's a problem with your power supply box, we offer a diagnostic, testing, and repair service. You can purchase it online or over the phone. What you want to do is send us your power supply box for testing. First thing to do is turn off the power to the furnace. Then turn off the air cleaner and unplug it. This particular one has a cord on the back side that's plugged into an outlet. We've unplugged that already, and now we're going to go ahead and remove the box. Simply remove the door, and you'll find two small screws right here. We're going to go ahead and remove those. Now we're going to lift up on the power supply box and pull it towards us. It's now ready to be shipped to us. We suggest you use UPS or FedEx so that you have some tracking information when shipping it to us. Once we receive the box, we'll bench test it and we'll contact you to let you know what parts it needs so that we can get approval for the cost of those parts. This is an F50F or F300 series air cleaner. Now, your power supply might look a little different. This is an F50A or F50E power supply. It's quite a bit different, a lot smaller, has a plug in the back. This one's actually easier to remove because it has the plug in the back. What you do with this one is there are two screws in the front here that are hiding underneath this door. You're going to remove those two screws. They would be here. And you're going to take this, lift it up just a little bit, and pull it towards you. That will unplug it right here from a box that's built into the top of the cabinet back in here. And that's it as far as removing this box. Once you receive your power supply box back from us, it's time to reinstall it on the cabinet. You notice on the back of this particular model, there are some tabs. Those tabs go into slots in the top of the cabinet. So we're going to have it tilted like this and push it all the way back until the tabs go into the slots. And we're going to push the front down, put the cord to the back of the unit, take the two screws, put the door back on, Now we're ready to turn it on, plug it back in, and then turn the furnace back on. It's that simple. Thanks for watching. For additional help or questions, feel free to contact us.